All right, we're starting our review of Chapter 4, Section 5. This is our review video for Chapter 4, Section 5. And as always, we start with our learning target, our goal for the day. We're going to use proportions to solve problems. All right, so let's jump into our new vocabulary. We've got 4 new terms that we want to work with. We need to talk about equivalent ratios, proportion, cross products, and constant of proportionality. Well, let's do the definitions here. Get those in your notes. Equivalent ratios are 2 ratios that have the same value. Proportion is an equation that shows 2 ratios are equivalent. And cross products are the products when the diagonals of 2 ratios are multiplied. The constant of proportionality is the constant ratio or unit rate in a proportion. Well, here's all that same thing, only in symbols. A proportion is an equation stating that 2 ratio or rates are equivalent. So here's a proportion, 6/8, and that's equivalent to 3/4. Or A divided by B is equal to C divided by D, provided B and D are not equal to 0. Well, let me show you an example. It'll make a lot more sense with an example. Melvin can decorate 8 t-shirts in 3 hours. At this rate, write and solve a proportion to find the time it will take him to decorate 20 t-shirts. Well, if I say 8 t-shirts in 3 hours is his rate, how long would it take him to decorate 20 t-shirts? Here's my question. My unknown here I'll call X. It's the amount of time. And here's the idea of a cross product. A cross product are diagonally across the ratios. So I can say 8 t-shirts times X amount of time is equal to 20 t-shirts times 3 hours. 20 t-shirts times 3 hours. I actually multiply this. I'll say 8x is equal to 20 times 3, which would be 60. X then is equal to 60 divided by 8, because I divide both sides by 8. 60 divided by 8 is, so turn to my calculator here, 7.5 hours. 7.5 hours. Do this one on your own, then come back and check it against the video here. Adrian can decorate 5 t-shirts in 2 hours at this rate. Write and solve a proportion to find the time it will take her to decorate 18 t-shirts. Well, if she can do 5 of them in 2 hours, that's going to be equal to the 18 in X hours. This is the ratio. This is the rate at which she can do the shirts. And this is going to be equal to the rate at which she can do the shirts here. I'm going to use my cross products to solve. I'm going to have 5x is equal to 2 times 18. 5x would then be equal to 2 times 18 is 36. I can divide both sides by 5, leaving me with just x is equal to 36 over 5. I'm actually going to do that division. 5 will go in there 7 times, would be 35 and 1/5. So 7 and 1/5 hours it would take her to do the 18 t-shirts. If I look at that, that's this answer C. Cooking. A recipe serves 10 people and calls for 3 cups of flour. If you want to make the recipe for 15 people, how many cups of flour should you use? Well, I'm going to find the ratio that's given to me when it says 10 people can be served and it calls for 3 cups of flour. So I'm going to say 3 cups of flour to 10 people is going to be equal to, that's my rate, that's my ratio. I'm going to say it's going to be equal to X number of cups, an unknown number of cups, over 15 people. All right, I'm going to do my cross ratio. I'm going to cross multiplication. I'm going to get 10x is equal to 3 cups times 15 people. 3 times 15. 10x is equal to 45. Divide both sides by 10. And I will get x is equal to 4.5 cups. 4.5 cups is what's required to make it serve 15 people. Do the same problem here on your own. Come back and check your work against the video. This recipe serves 12 people, follows 5 cups of sugar. So 5 cups of sugar serves 12 people. If you want to make the recipe for 18 people, how many cups of flour do I need? I'm going to cross multiply here. I get 5 times 18 is equal to 12 times my unknown x. 5 times 18 is 90. That's equal to 12x. Divide both sides by 12, leaving just x. 90 divided by 12. I'm going to switch to my calculator again. And I get 7.5. 7.5 cups. Looks like answer D is my correct one. Haley bought 4 pounds of tomatoes for $11.60. Write an equation relating the cost to the number of pounds of tomatoes. How much would Haley pay for 6 pounds at the same rate? And how about for 10 pounds? I'm going to write an equation here. I'm going to say $11.96 was the cost for 4 pounds. I'm going to find out what that ratio is for 1 pound. 1 pound. So I'm actually going to do this division, $11.96. Comes out to be $2.99. $2.99 per pound is the cost. So I'm going to say, well, the total cost is equal to the price, which is $2.99 per pound, times the number of pounds. All right, so the cost here for 6 pounds would be $2.99 times 6 pounds. So $2.99 times 6 is $17.94. And I can do a similar equation, only with 10 pounds. Take this equation, say C is equal to $2.99 times 10 pounds. $2.99 times 10 would be $29.90 would be the cost for 10 pounds. Do a similar problem, only on your own here. Cameron bought 3 pounds of apples for $11.37. Write an equation relating the cost to the number of pounds of apples. How much would Cameron pay for 5 pounds at the same rate? Well, the first thing I'm going to say, it's $11.37 for 3 pounds. I'm going to reduce that to the cost for 1 pound. I'm actually going to do this division here, $11.37. $3.79 per pound. So the total cost is equal to the price, which is $3.79 per pound, times the number of pounds. And if I look at my answers, it appears that it is either A or B. I have to check it by doing 5 pounds, so I'm actually going to do the 5 pounds here. 5 times 379 It comes out to be $18.95, which is none of those. Oh, I'm sorry, it is. It's answer A. It is answer A.